Now listen, it is the 1st of October, just getting close to the end of the year. I believe less than 100 days to go. And this is the time when we start asking ourselves whether our New Year resolutions, we did something with them. Now we are getting close to the year. It's time to start taking stock of that. It is a good day to say good evening to you. Thank you so much for making time for Look Up Weekend on the 1st of October here on Lookuptv. My name is Brian Amwai. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Philista Adundo. These are the top stories tonight. On Look Up Weekend tonight.
Hao viongozi watu ya kanisa wameuliza Rais William Ruto na mimi tukae kando.
We will not interfere. DP Gachagua and President William Ruto distance themselves from the Kawira Mwangaza woes, trusting the region to solve its disputes as Mwangaza snubs Gachagua church service.
Hii Kibera slum iko hapa na zile slum ziko Nairobi. Kwanza hii ya Kibera, in 10 years hakutakuwa na slum hapa.
Also tonight, in 10 years it will be an estate. Ruto states his Kibera slum agenda using the affordable housing project, saying it seeks to do away with informal settlements and offer Kenyans decent homes. And not so fast. Kuppet now comes to support Parliament for stopping the implementation of the Munavu Task Force report, citing overstepping of mandates by the Ministry of Education. I'd like to repeat my name. My name is Brian Amwai, and I do welcome you to this bulletin tonight. You can be part of it by engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag we're using tonight is Look Up Weekend. We are also live on Facebook and on YouTube, and we do welcome your feedback on those particular social platforms. And I'll be sampling some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Let's begin this bulletin with matters education. Now, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers has lauded members of the National Assembly over their decision to suspend the implementation of the recommendations in the education sector as proposed by the Professor Raphael Munavu-led task force. And as Ian Kitani now files, the union officials led by Omboko Milemba and Akelo Missouri have slammed the task force over some of the recommendations, terming them as a step in the wrong direction.
The implementation of the recommendations of the Professor Raphael Munavu-led task force in the education sector. Kenya Union of Post-Primary Teachers officials have lauded the move, citing some of the recommendations as a step in the wrong direction. Led by Emuhaya Member of Parliament Omboko Milemba, the leaders faulted some of the recommendations, with the first-time lawmaker downplaying the proposals to have the ministry promoting our teachers, insisting that it is the mandate of the Teachers Service Commission, while questioning the idea of TSC hiring imams and preachers in schools.
Promotion, the transfer of teachers, be done by the Ministry of Education. So we shall have some being promoted this side by ministry, others by TSC, then we shall go back to the old anarchy that we had. But above all, did you know that it's even proposing that the Teacher Service Commission can employ imams and chaplains in schools? When did TSC know how to employ a pastor?
Despite taking a swipe at TSC CEO Nancy Macharia, Milemba vehemently opposed the idea of scrapping the Teachers Service Commission.
Nancy Macharia is no Teacher Service Commission. Can you look in my eyes, guys? Am I right? So let's not mistake the two. Sawa sawa. The teachers need Teacher Service Commission as an independent commission. Do you know that they want to basically remove the Teacher Service Commission? And if you remove it and we go back to the education to be managed by DOs, and to be managed by PDs, and we know how that system worked, it will be very dangerous.
Speaking in Nandi County, Secretary General Akelo Missouri faulted the ministry for reprimanding school heads, with Bomet County Executive Secretary Ronald Tunoi calling on the National Assembly to amend the report to ensure it keeps the sector in an upward trajectory.
Some principles, wherever they are, they don't want to release information because they don't know their rights. And that is why the money meant for activity is withheld by the ministry, and you are asked to overtax parents outside the law.
We want to call on Parliament to either amend that report or reject it in totality, so that junior secondary school can stand on its own.
This comes as Kakamega Governor Fernandes Barasa is calling on the Ministry of Education to ensure the delocalization of teachers is fast-tracked.
Matters of delocalization of teachers, it has not been fully implemented. Tuko na walimu ambao bado they are serving in other counties, and again this is a matter which we'll bring up to our education committee so that all those teachers who are delocalized lazima warudi nyumbani. Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
Now to matters politics and in Meru County. Now, as power struggles continue to take center stage in Meru County, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called upon county leaders led by Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi and Governor Kawira Mwangaza and her deputy to sort out differences and prioritize service delivery. Gachagua's rallying call comes at a time when the Governor Mwangaza dared county MCAs to bring on the impeachment motion.
The row between Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza and her deputy deepens, with county MCAs threatening to impeach Mwangaza for the second time. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called on the leaders to solve their issues amicably, noting that neither him or President RUTO will meddle into the affairs of Meru County. Gachagua's sentiments come just a day after Governor Mwangaza, who was a no-show during the church service, dared the MCAs to bring on the impeachment. However, the second-in-command has called on the local leaders led by the governor and Agriculture CS Mithika Linturi to iron out the issues at hand and unite to better the lives of Meru residents.
Meru ikikosa maendeleo, rais na mimi tutahuzunika sana. Na kwa hivyo mimi naomba nyinyi ni viongozi, muongee na watu ya kanisa, muketi, please, mukubaliane how to rudisha Meru temperatures chini na tusipate aibu nikiwa mtoto wa Meru.
With Miraa being the backbone of Meru County's economy, Gachagua promised to organize a conference with key stakeholders in a bid to find more market for Miraa farmers, including across the country, terming anyone referring to Miraa as a drug as an enemy of Meru people.
And we want to tell you what you Yanakada, Miraa is not a drug, it's a cash crop like any other. It's a cash crop. Hao watu wengi wote wamesoma na Miraa. Hii kanisa mumejenga na pesa ya Miraa. Kweli ama uongo? Miraa is a cash crop. Na anybody ambaye anasema Miraa is a drug is an enemy of the Meru community. Mimi mnajua hakuna mtu mimi naogopa Mwenyezi Mungu peke yake.
The deputy president recently lamenting about the struggles in the hands of cartels, months after convening the first coffee conference in the central region. Gachagua once again reiterated the government's commitment in ensuring farmers can benefit from coffee farming.
The journey to liberate the coffee farmer is a difficult one, but it will be done. Nataka kuuliza wakulima wavumilie kidogo. We are almost there. Wamekuja kwa huyu Linturi kumuhonga na 30 million. Akawaambia watembee. Huyu si hawezi uza wakulima wa Kenya. Wamekuja kwangu kujaribu kunihonga. Ati nikubali mabadiliko isimamishwe, katika kilo wanipatie shilingi 2. Nikawaambia watembee. Sasa wamefika mwisho. We are almost succeeding. We are almost there. Wazungu wanasema the darkest hour is just before dawn. We are almost there. Another 3-4 weeks. Hii watu tutawaweka pahali wako. Nimekuwa Colombia, tumepata soko. Hivi karibuni kuna watu wanakuja kutoka Marekani ambaye tunaongea wanunue direct kwa mkulima bila kupitia kwa hawa mabroka.
Bridget Agola, Lookuptv.
Now, Trade CS Moses Kuria says he fully supports the bipartisan talks happening at the Bomas of Kenya. As co-chair of the talks, Kalonzo Musyoka calls for the Kenya Kwanza team to give dialogue a chance following utterances that seem to dismiss the talks. Now, the leaders were speaking during a church service in Machakos, where Ukambani leaders also used the chance to call for respect for Kalonzo Musyoka, saying he is the Ukambani kingpin. As the fate of the bipartisan talks now hung in the balance following a petition at the courts that have termed the talks illegal, CS Trade Moses Kuria now says he fully supports the bipartisan talks, saying they intend to bring peace in the country. Kuria was speaking during a church service in Machakos, where Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka called on the Kenya Kwanza side to stop downplaying the talks.
Ile kazi unafanya pale katika mambo ya dialogue, mambo ya bipartisan, mimi kwangu niko hapo ndani kabisa. I am one person who is supporting these bipartisan talks fully. Na sio kwa sababu mimi ni muoga. Hata watu wengi mimi wananijua mimi ni mtu ya vita. Lakini vile mimi mnajua ni mtu ya vita. Ikikuja mambo ya amani, mimi ndio mtu ya amani zaidi hata vile mtu wa vita. Na kuna wakati wa amani na kuna wakati wa nini? Wa vita.
We discussed. Akasema mahali hiki tumefika, wacha sasa tupatie msukumo wa mwisho. Na nikamshukuru William Ruto kwa sababu yeye pia ameunga mkono mambo haya. So in between, inaonekana shida ya dialogue in Bomas is really not, it needs to be localized somewhere around hapo kwenu Moses Kuria. Go and talk to them. Localize kidogo.
The opposition leaders in attendance took a swipe at some of the proposals submitted to the dialogue committee, especially on the increasing of presidential term limit, as they call on the government to give priority to the most important things, which are the high cost of living.
Hii mambo ya taxation, tumefika mahali, we are not going to help you anymore, Moses and Kenya Kwanza government. We will not help you. We'll continue to tell our people, we did our best. Tuliandamana, tukasema maisha imekuwa impossible, amusiki. Bas, wacha miaka inayokuja Mungu atujalie. We remind you, you cannot develop a country with heavy taxation.
Cherargei wakati tunahisi uchungu, amesema anataka kuongeza miaka ya uongozi wa Kenya. Sasa mkiongeza miaka ije tena another 7 years. Na mnajua kweli Kenya hii, nasema wacha tuseme ukweli, kiti ilikuwa Central Kenya, ikatoka Central ikaenda Rift, ikakaka ikarudi Central, sasa imeenda Rift, na mnasema muongeza miaka 7, na sisi wengine tutafikiwa lini?
The Ukambani leaders also demanded respect for the Wiper leader, castigating DP Gachagua for undermining Kalonzo when he visited the area.
Rikiji, ukikuja Ukambani, pea Wakamba heshima. Usitukane Kalonzo. Kwa sababu akianza kuongea Kalonzo, akiendelea Kalonzo, akimaliza Kalonzo. Na sisi tunasema this is our father. If you don't respect him, we will not respect you.
Na nakwambia bila kukuficha, mtu akikudanganya ati ataingia Ukambani bila Kalonzo, they are wasting their time. Vile huko Sigoi watu wanaongea, ndio watu Machakos, Kitui na Makueni wanaongea. Hapa ni watu kupatiana heshima na kufanya kazi pamoja. Na sisi hatufurahi, we are not happy when somebody comes here more than 30 minutes, the person you're speaking about is His Excellency Kalonzo.
Alright, sisi hatuendi Ukambani, sisi tuko hapa tu Nairobi. Listen, we do want to take a short break here on the program. Continue engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag we're using tonight is Lookupweekend. I do welcome your feedback and we'll be sampling some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Alright, I'm on air, I'm doing my job, so if you're calling me kindly, don't do that. Take a break. As part of our service improvement strategies, the authority has adjusted its operating hours. In this regard, all NTSA banking halls and offices will operate Monday to Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Additionally, NTSA offices will remain open to the public on Saturday 30th September 2023 and Saturday 7th October 2023 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to enable number plate collection. We humbly request motor vehicle owners who have received message notifications on collections of reflective number plates to visit the centers they identified during the application process. For more information, visit our website at www.ntsa.go.ke. This information is brought to you by the Director General of NTSA. NTSA, keep our roads safe.
Are you a civil servant and looking for financial breakthrough? You can now apply for the salary check-off loan from Juhudi Kilimo, a solution that is available for salaried employees that have a check-off agreement with Juhudi Kilimo. All you need is 3 months latest payslips, a copy of your national ID, one recent colored passport photo and your KRA PIN. For more information, call us today on 0709 692 000 or send an SMS to 20103 at no charge. Juhudi Kilimo, investing in farmers, transforming lives.
RUTO.ke.
Enjoy a getaway this Mashujaa weekend from as low as 14,000 shillings. Pamper yourself and your loved ones with 10% discount on spa facilities, live kids animators and activities, karaoke Friday and live DJ entertainment. For reservations and inquiries, call 0709 070 000.
Look up, we can just having a conversation behind the scenes, and of course you're not going to share that, but yeah, that's why you caught me laughing. Away from that, let's get to work and update you on the news that are making headlines. Next story is about transforming Kibra. Now, President William Ruto has pledged to eradicate slums in the city of Nairobi and other parts of the country within the next 10 years. Now, speaking on Sunday while attending a church service at Deliverance Church International in Langata, Ruto said his administration will build affordable houses for low-income earners, especially in Kibera, with the aim of giving the slum dwellers a decent home and creating employment for the youth.
Kibera, one of the biggest slums in Africa, is about to experience a complete transformation to become an estate in a period of 10 years. All this is to be achieved through the Affordable Housing Project, which seeks to give Kenyans living in informal settlements a decent home.
Na vile vile tunaondoa watu kwa slum. Hii Kibera slum iko hapa na zile slum ziko Nairobi. Kwanza hii ya Kibera in 10 years hakutakuwa na slum hapa. There will be no slum. Hii tutakuwa tumeibadilisha imekuwa estate. Na ndio mliona tulisukuma kabisa mambo ya housing fund. Watu wamenipigia kelele kidogo, lakini watakuja kugundua ya kwamba hii ni kitu mzuri. Itatusaidia wa vijana wapate ajira, Wakenya tupate manyumba, tuishi katika mahali kuna heshima, mahali kuna maji, kuna stima, kuna barabara.
The government seeks to construct 200 units in each of the 290 constituencies. So far, the project has kicked off in Soweto B, in Kibera, Ruiru, Pangani, Starehe, Shauri Moyo, Homa Bay and Mavoko. On the issue of unemployment among the youth, the head of state says the project will significantly help in providing jobs for Kenyan youth.
Tuko na vijana wengi Nairobi hawana ajira. na sio Nairobi peke yake, Kenya mzima. Hiyo mpango ya housing sababu yake ni mbili. Ya kwanza sio manyumba zaidi, ni ajira zaidi. Nilikuwa hapa Mkuru juzi on Monday nafikiri Tuesday. Hapo tunajenga nyumba 15,000 na mpango yetu ni kuwa na vijana 4,000 hapo Mkuru peke yake wanaofanya kazi. Hapa Nairobi peke yake mpango yetu ni kwamba in the next 5 years tuwe tumejenga at least nyumba 200,000. Tuhakikisha kwamba vijana wale wako Nairobi hapa wanapata ajira.
President Ruto reiterated his commitment to making sure that Kenyans find decent jobs both in the country and abroad, saying that he has entered into bilateral agreements that seek to see Kenyan workforce shipped abroad.
Tunakamilisha bilateral labor agreements na nchi karibu 12 mahali wanataka Wakenya wafanye kazi. Na tumebadilisha sasa, Wakenya hawataenda kufanya sasa ati kazi ya domestic work. Sasa we have signed bilateral agreements ambayo ni ya semi-skilled, skilled jobs and professional jobs.
Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Now, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has reclaimed a 5-acre piece of government land housing 20 government-owned houses worth 345 million grabbed by private individuals in Nakuru County. Now, the recovered piece of land will be given to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development as set forth by the law.
The 5-acre piece of land grabbed by cartels in Nakuru City is now in the hands of the government following a long protracted court process, with the land grabbed as a government entity by the presiding judge. 20 houses housing Nakuru civil servants worth 345 million Kenya shillings sitting on the parcel of land is now registered under the name of the Treasury Principal Secretary as directed by the Nakuru Environment and Lands Court.
Now, the land, which includes 20 prime government house units, has an estimated current value of 345 million Kenya shillings.
Speaking during the inspection of the repossessed houses, the South Rift Ethics and Anti-Corruption Regional Manager Godfrey Oyugi note that some corrupt public servants connive with cartels to set aside the government-owned land, urging the government to extend the operation to find more lands in the hands of the private individuals.
The land was fraudulently allocated by former Commissioner of Lands, Wilson Gachanja, to 2 individuals, namely Saleh Chepkole and Titus Kipkemboi, who subsequently transferred to private companies, namely Pembeni and Liberty Assurance Company. Now, the judgment in favor of the Commission was issued by our Honorable Justice Mwangi Njoroge of the Nakuru Environment and Land Court on 22nd September 2023, who nullified all the transactions leading to the illegal transfer of the land and ordered that the property be registered in the name of the Permanent Secretary to the Treasury, in trust and on behalf of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, as required by law.
Oyugi, however, sent a stand warning to cartels, saying that the Commission will restlessly and tirelessly work to see the rogue and fraudulent acquired title deeds owned by the private individuals cancelled and reissued to the relevant authority and righteous owners.
The land was fraudulently allocated by former Commissioner of Lands, Wilson Gachanja, to 2 individuals, namely Saleh Chepkole and Titus Kipkemboi, who subsequently transferred to private companies, namely Pembeni and Liberty Assurance Company.
Regan Megulan, Lookuptv.
Now, Vihiga County Commissioner Felix Watakila led the operation to combat drug and substance abuse in Luanda constituency. Now, during the operation, 450 rolls of bang were confiscated with 2,000 liters of illegal alcohol destroyed. As Beatrice Njoroge now reports, the county commissioner sounded a warning to government employees involved in the business.
In an effort to combat illegal alcohol and drug abuse in Vihiga, the County Commissioner Felix Watakila led the operation in Luanda constituency, where 450 rolls of marijuana was torched along other drugs, such as counterfeit cigarettes, with gallons of illegal alcohol being destroyed.
Siku ya leo katika barasa yangu tumechoma 450 brooms of bank, tumechoma askara makatoni 5, tumemwaga pombe changali 2,000.
With Vihiga County reported to have the biggest number of drug addicts, Felix warned the government employees involved in those businesses and are bound to face strict disciplinary action, urging them to be a good example for the community by ensuring they do their work diligently.
Unakuja pombe, unavuta pangi, unauza pangi, kama una mbio usiende huko. Ule atapatikana kuja changa, anavuta pangi na wafanyakazi wa serikali. Tutachukua hatua kali kinadhamu, hata kama ni kumtoa kumuondoa katika ofisini.
Residents also lamented over the drug menace in the area.
Vijana wengi wa Rwanda wamekuwa 3% they are unmarried. Wasichana wote wameingilia katika ulevi sana. Hawaogi, mashamba wakui. Wanahitaji pesa za haraka.
While others blamed the police officers for failure to do their job as they are supposed to.
Hizi vitu ambazo serikali imejaribu kuchoma hizi zinakuja aje Kenya hii, na ili hali sisi hapa Luanda ama hii kaunti yetu ya Vihiga sisi hatupandi bangi.
Wanjiko Njoroge, Lookuptv.
We are not confirming anything, but we come from those particular sides. Away from that, President William Ruto now says the government will offer 100% scholarships to at least 45,000 students joining various universities and TVETs across the country in a bid to cushion the vulnerable in the society. Now, the president also hinted at the national government partnering with county government through providing meals to students in schools.
President William Ruto has today said the government will give 45,000 students joining universities and TVET 100% scholarship to help the vulnerable, as the funding system in universities has changed, terming it as the bottom-up agenda.
Huu peke yake tutapatia scholarship 100% katika university watoto 45,000. 45,000 will get 100% scholarship. Wengine hapo katikati watapata 80% scholarship.
On matters of keeping kids in school through the feeding program, the president says the 2023-2024 budget allocation for the education ministry is enough to ensure that there is enough food in schools, mainly in the arid and slum areas.
Katika budget yetu ya mwaka huu tumeongeza pesa ya kuhakikisha kwamba kuna chakula shuleni. Katika mashule zetu kuna sehemu kame, sehemu zingine zenye umaskini mkubwa, sehemu za vitongoji hapa Nairobi. Watoto wengi hawaendi shuleni kwa sababu wako na njaa. Na ndio tumesema this year tutaongeza watoto wale watapata chakula shuleni kutoka watoto 1.5 mpaka watoto 4 every year.
He later rubber-stamped the Nairobi County School Feeding Program Initiative with 250,000 pupils benefiting from it.
Na mimi nataka nishukuru county ya Nairobi. Wameshirikiana na sisi, wameweka mpango ya kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu Nairobi 250,000 hapa Nairobi wanapata chakula.
President William Ruto was speaking when he attended a church service in Lang'ata, Nairobi, where he was accompanied by Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja and Nixon Korir, among other leaders. Reporting for Lookup, I'm Jengi Timothy.
And they could not.
Thank you, Timothy, for that particular report. Away from that, now the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization has raised an alarm over the rise of counterfeit seeds in the country, which has led to losses incurred by farmers. KALRO Director of Crops, Dr. Lusike Wasilwa, noted that the counterfeiting of seeds as the leading contributor of poor harvest and low crop production by the farmers, thus leading to increased cost of living as food is imported from outside the country.
During the opening of Mkulima Shop in Kirinyaga County, the Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization officer Dr. Luseke noted that the opening of the 16 other shops across the country is aimed at giving farmers a chance to buy certified and qualified seeds from the organization.
People will never believe us. KALRO is a brand. When we sell, we know we're selling the best. Counterfeit are a threat, and that's why we thank God we have institutions like KEPIS that actually help us in terms of ensuring that we're able to reduce the issues of counterfeits. And as long as farmers know a lot about counterfeits, it will really help us and help them too.
Luseke also expressed concern of a new bean variety, namely Nyota, which she says has also been counterfeited.
So we're trying to get our technologies down to the farmer, but ensuring that we give them the correct technologies. For example, when it is seed, you buy seed from KALRO, you have our logo, but also make sure there's a mark from KEPIS, where when you wrap it up and you send it, it confirms that that is the real seed. Because there's a lot of counterfeit seed now. For example, one of our varieties, Nyota, people are cheating. Even when you look at it, it's not Nyota, it's another bean variety we don't know, and they're cheating and farmers are being pleased. So we're telling them, make sure you get this mark, send it to confirm the true to typeness. And we always advise farmers, don't even throw away that seed packet until you finally sell the either grain or seed if you're producing for us seed.
Farmers have also embraced the move since they will be able to access quality seeds, closer and especially rice seeds, which have been also introduced by the Kenya Agricultural Research and Livestock Organization.
KALRO is now in the process of launching Mkulima shops. What we're doing with Mkulima shops is taking our technologies down to the ground to the end user. We've made it possible through 16 of our centers, but we're hoping to one day launch them in all our 54 centers. And we're also working with partners, agrovets, 1 Acre Fund, that are also selling our seeds so we can even reach further. 1 Acre Fund has 350 shops all over the country. So we're reaching out to Kenyans so they can be able to access our technology inexpensively. But even where there's no shop, we're able to send them whatever it is that they are buying, the seed or seedlings, using whatever means they need to for us to use to get it to them at their own cost.
Reporting for Lookuptv, I'm Catherine Saina.
Now, Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions and Hospital Workers has decried the plight of school workers, noting that most of them have gone without wages for at least 5 months. Now, Kisii Branch Secretary Thomas Mireri says the non-teaching staff under the Board of Management work under unbearable terms and conditions, terming the situation as dire.
Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions and Hospital Workers Secretary General is lamenting over the workers grappling with the current hard economic times while thanking the national government for releasing funds to institutions, noting that the employees deserved to go about their duties with dignity.
We are here to petition the government in terms of the terms and conditions of the non-teaching staff in our schools, whereby we thank the government for dispersing the funds to schools as from last week. But it's like the government has abandoned the non-teaching staff in schools.
Elsewhere, the Senate committee probing the Shakahola cult is seeking more time to conclude its investigations. Led by Tana River Senator Danson Mungatana, noted that the committee is collecting information and views from the public, calling on to Kenyans to remain patient as the matter is resolved. A somber mood engulfed Ngurubani, Mwea Kirinyaga County, as 34-year-old KDF pilot Duncan Mburu, who died following a plane crash at Boni Forest, was laid to rest. Hundreds of friends, relatives and military workmates gathered the fallen soldier termed as a hard-working, brave man who served the country with diligence. as the world celebrates the Day for the Elderly. More than 1,000 vulnerable persons from Tree Village in Mathioya constituency, Murang'a County, have benefited from relief food from RUTO Foundation in partnership with the Hardy Kenya Trust. RUTO CEO Wangari Mwaura noted that the organization is engaging the elderly on corporate social responsibility activities in preparedness for the oncoming El Nino rains.
Ni vizuri pesa yao ifike kwa muda, na kama inawezekana tutapeleka mswada katika bunge ili wapewe 5,000. Because the work they did for this nation, we cannot even be able to pay them.
Haya sana kwa kupewa chakula kwa sababu sisi ni wazee na tuko na watoto. Wengine walipotelea habari, hawakuji, wanatuathia watoto, na kwanza kwangu nimefurahia sana. Mwe mkikumbuka wazazi vile mnatukumbuka.
Janet Koech, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
All right, now that story by Juliet Koech takes us to our second break here on Lookup Weekend. Continue engaging us on our socials, that is at Lookuptv on Facebook. I'll be sampling your feedback as we continue the program tonight. I'm taking a break. When I come back, I'll be running you through sports.
Ndoto yangu ya pickup ya kuendea stock nitatimiza.
Nini?
Nimejishikia kamita.
Cheza Loto. It's bigger. Hourly cash wins. It's the Lotto Mita Mania. It's raining millions every hour. See your Lotto. Cheza Lotto Mita Mania. Ushinde 1 million every hour. Isitoshe, kuna mega grand draw ya hadi 200 million shillings kila Jumatano na Jumamosi. Cheza Lotto sasa. Timiza ndoto zako. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 77700. Andika neno Look kama account name. Cheza na kati shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Raundi hii ni more draws, more cash. The Lotto Mita Mania is here.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Enjoy a getaway this Mashujaa weekend from as low as 14,000 shillings. Pamper yourself and your loved ones with 10% discount on spa facilities, live kids animators and activities, karaoke Friday and live DJ entertainment. For reservations and inquiries, call 0709 070 000.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us here on Lookup Weekend. Let's get to sports. Now, AFC Leopards and Shabana FC shared their the spoils today at Ulindi Sports Complex in Nairobi after a 1-1 draw in the 5th round of the FKF Premier League. Brian Yahama has scored for AFC Leopards from the spot in the 13th minute, only for Shabana to level the scores 8 minutes later through Peter Ogechi. Now, Carol Muigai Njeri is the overall winner of the 5th leg of DTB Bank With Us golf tournament, carding an impressive 41 points to claim the title. In the men's category, Jeff Karue emerged victorious after carding 39 points, while Dr. Nancy Nganga showcased her prowess in the women category, claiming the lady winner title with 37 points. Now, the 5th leg of DTB Bank Golf Tournament was held at Thika Golf Club, Kiambu County.
No shortcut in golf. It's about practice. It's about loving the game. It's about giving it your all. It's about also your team members, because you encourage each other. You are able to really participate and enjoy the course.
We have several programs. We have programs across. This year we have sponsored at least 11 golf competitions across the country. We are cognizant that for golf to grow, we need to put some money in the children game so that the youth can come and play. And we are looking at ways in which we can sponsor the youth so that we can have the next generation of golfers coming through.
Now, the Springbok of South Africa, who are the defending champions, will face off with the Sea Eagles of Tonga in their last match in Pool B at the Rugby World Cup in France. Now, the Springbok will have to win and earn a bonus point in tonight's fixture in order to top the group. The match will kick off at 10 p.m. in a fixture that will be held at the Stade Velodrome in Marseille, France. All right, so I'm trying to see whether this is going to load so that I take a look at some of your feedback here, and it's refusing to load. Should I say good night? I would give it a minute. Okay, 1, 2, okay, no, can't do that. Listen, thank you so much for making time for the program. I did see some of your feedback. It's just that I can't reverse this and get back to reading that, but I do appreciate it that you are watching tonight. We don't take that for granted. Thank you so much for that feedback. We do appreciate it every now and then that you take your time to watch this program and all the programs here on Lookuptv. Now, on behalf of everyone that made this program a success tonight, I do want to thank you so much for watching. My name is Brian Amuai. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Philista Adundo. All right. Now listen. Before it's loaded, on the issue of Calro, Jacob Lucina says, in our sana, whom shall we trust now when it comes to counterfeit seeds? And one more here on matters corruption. Let me just take this. West. Okay, not that one. Okay, so good job in terms of matters corruption, looking at it as the war on corruption is being won. Thank you so much for that particular feedback. Benson Osero says this is Mambo na Bedumi Menda, referring to RUTO's transforming Kibra slum agenda, and I believe that is trying to make it a little bit political. All right, and one more here. I believe who was this? Charles Chwei, I'm in the news from here in Nakuru. Thank you so much for making time for this program tonight. All right. You see, I had to do that because I did promise you, refusing to load, but we got through that. Good night. God bless you.